I have been drinking a lot of water. And the water is a special concoction. I am creating a special kind of water because I'm aware that's right, I'm aware. You have to make your own water. The water that I make, it reminds me of the moonshine they used to make in the backwoods country back in the 20s during the Prohibition era. My moonshine has electrolytes to fortify my system, keep me properly hydrated, and well, when you think about that, it's pretty innovative, considering what passes for water these days. And when I fortify this moonshine with electrolytes, my mustache gets a little salty when I drink. But one thing is for sure, I am properly hydrated. There's no one quite hydrated like me in my neighborhood. I see them and watch them with binoculars through the window, and I see what they're drinking. They're zombies. They're not all here upstairs. They're not fortifying their moonshine with electrolytes. I want to live to 125 years minimum. I want to be this century's Methuselah minimum. 125. Now, in order to do that, you have to have a cellular awakening. You heard of that Emoto guy? I think that's his name. He talks about if you talk lovingly to water, then it'll crystallize in a way that is reflective of positive energy. Positive energy. You scream at water, and then it crystallizes like a demon. Like the demons I see through my binoculars. Drinking unfortified, unelectrolyted water near the window. Biding their time, just getting by until they're, if they're lucky, 65. If they're lucky, 65. Not myself. I'm gonna live almost twice as long because of my electrolytes. Because of the salt in my mustache. Pardon me while I adjust something that's bothering me. I can't handle it. But also I can't fix it either. Such is the story of my life. Done. Oh shit, no. Everything is cosmetics for me. cosmetics. I don't look forward to my neighborhood dying off because of the water they drink. That's why we don't live to these Methuselahian ages. That's why we don't break the 100-year barrier, the boundary, the centenary barrier. We're not drinking the right water. We don't have that cellular awakening inside of us. I'm gonna miss my neighbors. You know? It's gonna be like a horror show. I'm gonna be looking through my binoculars into every single one of their windows. And they're gonna be there with a bottle of water in their hands. Dead. All of them. I have a panopticon. Okay. What is a panopticon, you might ask? A panopticon is what it sounds like. It's essentially kind of like a prison technology. You have this tower in the center of a kind of centrifugal arrangement. All the prison cells are in a circle around the tower. And in the tower, you can see all the doors to all the prison cells. It's a pan, meaning all, opticon, meaning opt, to look, and con, who knows what the hell that means, but something important. Satyricon, story of a satyr, panopticon. No, it doesn't work. I have a panopticon in my neighborhood. Now, my father used to work in the military. Had a kind of a liaison with Boeing, and they developed stealth technology so that when light hit the fighter jets, and these were hypersonic fighter jets, it was like that technology that the Predator used in the first Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator movie. It was almost like a liquid, translucent camouflage. Well, that's my panopticon. And it's right in the center of the neighborhood. And I get up there with my electrolytes, my forbidden moonshine, and I swig like a drunkard. I'm just hydrating. Get off the judgment. And I'm looking at my neighbors. I can see them, they cannot see me. Now, it does not make me a perv, does not make me a voyeur. I'm doing research. I'm seeing how long human beings live when they drink the wrong water. I am monitoring for the health and well-being of human beings. I've got a spreadsheet with everybody's name, address, how much water they drink each day. And I have their age. So you can see, I know these people. They are, well, I wouldn't exactly call them friends of mine, but I know them. I've talked to them. When I go and get my mail, I say hello. And then over the course of time, since I'm a researcher, a scientist, I figure out how old they are. I talk to them about my favorite subject, water. I ask them about the water that they drink. They all, except for one or two, drink tap water. No electrolytes. These people are only going to live till 65 because they're not properly hydrated. Kind of have a theory that I'm gonna be the last one living in this neighborhood, up in my invisible panopticon. You ever wonder why? Why it's got to be this way? Where did we go wrong? Because I have a suspicion that it's not just about water. Water is this essential element for us. But it's not the only thing that's gone wrong. Imagine when I finish my current experiment that I'm going to go on to the next experiment. I'm finding ways to study humanity through this neighborhood complex. There are 50 homes here. I counted. I have been studying them with regard to water. But this is not my first surveillance survey. I've been doing this for quite some time. Quite some time. I am trying to understand all the various factors and variables in our decline as a species, in our demise as a civilization. I'm trying to find that information that slips through the cracks. And would you believe, and I don't want to seem pretentious here, but would you believe that there's a lot of information that slips through the cracks, not just of this dimension, but between dimensions? Did you see The Matrix? There is a time when the good guys, the humans, are hiding from the programs, and they get into the drywall, what's called a wet wall, and it's the space between the outside of the building and the drywall of the building, and it's maybe, a foot and a half, 2 feet, where plumbing comes down. That's the space between dimensions. So much information there. Now, like I said, I don't want to be pretentious, but every once in a while I'm able to reach in between dimensions and grab some information that I'm not supposed to have access to. And that's where I figured out that we're not living as long as we could live, due to the fact that we're not being properly hydrated with electrolytes, which is what got me drinking my moonshine. At least some salt on my mustache. Now, I am optimistic about the human race. I believe that once we get properly hydrated, we can make significant leaps in our psycho-spiritual well-being. But you can't if you're walking around thirsty, but not just thirsty for any old water, thirsty for the right water. Now, what I want to do, and this is a project that I'd like to begin, is I would like to find some compatriots who are able to see things that I am not able to see. Maybe some entities from another dimension that I can meet in between the cracks. I can ask them, what is it? What are we doing wrong here? Why are we dying so young? Why don't we live hundreds of thousands of years instead of barely 100? Why do we have to die? Because I feel great already with my moonshine. And I want to talk with these entities. I want to develop a language so that we can share what it is that we see from our respective panopticons. Because, of course, I'm not the only one who's got a panopticon set up. There may be Oh God. Countless panopticons watching panopticons because someone could see me just as I can see someone. But just as someone can't see me, I can't see someone. How many people are watching me right now, studying me the way that I'm studying all these water drinkers? What conclusions are they drawing about me? Am I breathing the wrong way? What if I breathe another way? Am I talking the wrong way? What if I talked another way? The way that I see it, we could live hundreds of thousands of years, but we do have to crack the code. We've got to crack the code, and we need each other's help to crack the code. I know that I am just at the beginning, and I am very humble about it. Yes, there is a little bit of a power differential when it comes to me and others. I'm here in the panopticon with a special privileged position, perspective. But I'm no different from you. I want to live. I'm no different from you. I want to live as long as I can. I want to live longer than Methuselah. I send this out later tonight on the internet. I make a drop. People can watch this video. And no doubt they'll try to triangulate my location to see if they can find my panopticon. It's concealed with a super technological camouflage. You won't find me. It's impossible. I'm disguised. But I need to be disguised, so don't take it personally. It's just when I'm looking through the windows of all these people drinking water, they cannot know that I'm watching them, because then they might start drinking different water. And then my whole scientific endeavor goes up in flames. And then what good am I? I'm here for one reason only. I'm here to help you. I might be an eccentric. I might be a little bit off. I might be not exactly someone you would invite to a dinner party, but you can rest assured that when I conclude my research, we will live for hundreds of thousands of years.